Hey Gardenstead fans, it's Kimber down in the garden. I am checking on the succession planting of the bush beans and of the blue mountain corn that I have planted this year. What is succession planting? Why do we do it and how do we do it? Well, succession planting is just the continuous growth and production of fruits and vegetables in your garden throughout the growing season. And you want to do that because a lot of first-time gardeners think that you plant everything all at once in the spring and that's it. That's all your work is. But if you do that, you'll find that you have everything to harvest all at once, and then you have nothing. And you'll find yourself at the farm stand or back in the supermarket in no time purchasing your fruit and vegetables once again. So, succession garden, some people call it successive gardening, that is a very good plan to make when you are planting your garden, and that is to keep on planting. Don't just do it one time, and don't plant everything at once. You're going to be overwhelmed with your crops. So, what I have today to share with you is the succession planting of bush beans and of the blue mountain harvest corn that I am growing. And I actually have bush beans growing in 5 different areas of the garden at the moment, all at different stages. And bush beans is one of my favorite things to grow because they are prolific growers, which means they constantly produce a lot of beans. And I grow the purple beans, I grow yellow wax beans, and I grow the traditional green beans. And they're all the bush variety versus the pole beans because the pole beans require a little bit more work. They need trellising. And I have enough things that require trellising in the garden. So I love to do this, plant the beans because they are quick. They sprout in about a week and then they're ready to harvest within 50 days. Quick turnover, great producers. This is a really good one if you want to try out succession gardening. So what I do is about every 2 weeks, I plant another row of beans. We eat a ton of beans, and this is a great one. Great to try different colors and different varieties. It spices up the kitchen, looking all pretty with all your different dishes. But what do we do and how do we do it? We start off by planting as soon as spring is here and the last of your frost is done. I plant my bush beans in one row, I get them going. Another 2 weeks, I plant another row of bush beans, and I keep doing that throughout the summer. So now that works great if you have a huge garden like I do, but if you don't have a huge garden, how are you going to keep doing that? Well, another part of succession gardening is when you plant one crop, and when it is done, you plant another crop in that same location. For example, you can grow potatoes. There are early season, mid-season, and late season potatoes. So if you decided to start those in March, then they'll be already harvested and you'll have that empty space. Well, what do you do with the empty space? There's still a long time in the growing season. Well, plant bush beans. They're super quick, super fast growers, super quick producers. Why waste the space in your garden? So, it's one of the crops that you can consider growing multiple times throughout the season. Another one is corn. Now, most people plant the traditional sweet corn. This year I decided to go with blue mountain corn to put some different colors into the garden. I'm all about variety right now. And blue mountain corn is beautiful, all the different colors. You can eat it young as a traditional corn, but what I really want to do is harvest it when it's in a mature stage, and I'll be able to grind that into a flour and turn it into my own tortillas, which will all be brightly purple color. So, those are 2 of the things that I am working on succession gardening. Other things that you can try doing that with, lettuce for sure. That comes and goes so quickly. Definitely keep that lettuce going. You've probably got potatoes going. Tomatoes is the most popular vegetable, though it's really a fruit. And that is one that you can plant throughout the season as well. There are quite a number of things. Just check the seed packet and look at when it says it needs to be planted by. A lot of crops, as long as you have 8 weeks, maybe even 10 weeks left in your growing season before your first frost, you've got time to plant more. So if you're looking at this video late in the season, it's probably not too late for something. So check out the seeds that you have left on hand or start planting now for your fall garden and start planting and harvesting more throughout your garden throughout the season.